Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are here in Synergy Land, and we're going to go ahead and kick off we'll call it right now, the Race to Dungeons series. This is the new series that I'm going to go ahead and release and try and give you updates on a maybe weekly or so basis, basically leading up to Dungeons. Just so you're aware, no dates have been set yet for Dungeons. As soon as I'm aware of a date, I will go ahead and push that out there. But if you go over to Synergy Land Discord, they are throwing out a ton of sneak peeks about Dungeons, which makes me think they're closer than what they're giving you a thought about, or giving you basically an indication for. So I think we're getting closer and closer. So I wanted to go ahead and put the series out there. Really, me going out there and fighting to get ready for Dungeons. Give you a little bit of background on this. I did kick off a series with Synergy Land several months ago. Unfortunately, I had a personal issue that made me stop recording for some time. So that obviously got scrapped. That's why we're kicking off a brand new series to really talk through that. During that time frame, the land that I had to get rid of. Needed for, we won't dive into that, personal reasons, we'll just say. So I am starting over essentially from scratch with this. I have been playing for a little bit just to kind of get the core details together. But I am playing with one land. Previously, I was playing with multiple lands. We're kicking off with one land here. It's a rancher, so it's a middle tier. And I do have some of the NFTs, the farmer outfit, and also the companion, to give me a little bit of boost, both from a productivity perspective and also a speed perspective. So I do have those. Those are the caveats. I have the rancher. My thoughts are, as I continue to develop the rancher land and I get it to a point where I'm happy with it, I will add on an additional land. I'd love to go for the top tier, for the I forget what it's called, the top tier land. But most likely it'll be another rancher because the top tier land is expensive, and I don't quite have the funds to go ahead and do that right now. But we'll go ahead and talk more about that when we get to that point. So let's go ahead and dive in there now that you have all the background. As far as what the series is, again, we're going to go ahead and it's a series of progress series and also update series where I go ahead and let you know what's going on as it's happening. And then we just try and get ready for Dungeons. Once Dungeons are available, I highly encourage you, if you're new to the game, play along with me, keep up with me, so we can go ahead and prepare for Dungeons together. That's really the point of this video series. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead through and farm a little, talk to you a little bit about my strategy right now and what we're working for. Right now, I am just trying to, one, build up capital, make sure that I have the funds where I can go ahead and do what I need to do, buy what I need to buy, and send the mining missions out there. I will need to go ahead and start leveling up some of my venues, or my vendors, I guess you could call them. And then this well is really my next goal. That's what I'm working for as far as my progress goes. I want to get that open, and then we'll start going over here to the mill and start putting that together, which a little frustrated, a little side note, a little frustrated because I had those all done previously, and now I need to go through and do it again. For this well, I went ahead and I did the first phase of it, and now we're on the second phase, so I do need to make 6 nails and 1 hammer, and then that'll finish it up. So I'm hoping to have that done before the next video that we do, so I can go ahead and show that off and start working towards the next one, which is going to be the mill, to get that built out and get that raring to go, and also leveling up a few. So we'll talk about all those here shortly. I'm actually doing some of the prep work, and I highly encourage you. A quick tip for new players that are jumping into the game. First of all, if you're a new player and you're interested in the game, it looks interesting to you, there is the free-to-play land. So you do not have to go out and buy an NFT land. NFT land, it's a little more helpful. Like anything NFTs, there are some benefits with it, but if you want to do the free-to-play to test it out, go ahead and do the free-to-play. Go to Synergy Land Discord, and go ahead and download the game because it is a downloadable client. I did a whole video on the gameplay before, so you can go ahead and check that out. But I encourage you to go ahead and do the free land. I just decided to go back in because I knew I liked the game. I wanted to get the land because I want to actually progress this. I want to get I'm really liking the path forward of Synergy Land, so I'm hoping to do a lot more videos on this. So as far as a tip for a new player, do the free to play. Make sure it's a game that you like. If you do, you can go ahead and check out the lands. But when you're in here first, you're only going to start out with 1 or 2 of these small plots. Go ahead and just do the produce. Don't worry about anything, at least for the first couple cycles. Just do produce, just get some income, just keep buying some more plots and building those out. You will have the ability to go around the land and grab stone and grab lumber that you'll need. Also follow the quest that he gives you. That'll take care of your first couple days. The first couple days is just building that up and getting that forward. Once you get a number of plots of land out here, then you're going to go ahead and want to put out some trees. And then you're going to also want to go ahead and continue to go down the produce perspective. When you're selling the produce, only sell the produce. Do not sell the roots and do not sell the fibers. They don't give you a ton and they are used quite a bit down the road. For example, the roots, or I think it's called the roots, these guys right here, the roots, they're going to be used for yeast, which we'll use down the road for cooking. So the more of the yeast you can get now, the less you have to worry in the future. And then the fibers will actually be used to make cloth. And cloth is going to be one of the next things that I'm going to need quite a bit for basically the mill that's coming up here, and you'll use them for other things too. So just try and build up your coins, try and follow the quest in order. Don't go ahead of it because then you won't get the rewards for it. And just follow them in order and try and build out the initial venues, and I'll show you the venues here in a second if you're new, just to give you an idea. So I am just about done here. One thing I do want to mention is they've done a good job. When I was playing the initial play test of the game, there was a challenge because they would only give you 24 hours for your produce or anything that you had planted. And I would often, just because of time constraints, I would go over that 24 hours and I'd log into a bunch of dead stuff. Thankfully, they went through and they've upped that to 72 hours. So full credit to the Synergy Land team. That was probably one of my favorite updates so far, is just increasing that to 72 hours, especially for people that are busy and can't get in there every 24 hours. And don't get me wrong, I would get in there maybe 25, 26 hours, but there are some days where it was past the 24-hour mark and I would have lost everything. So thankfully they updated that, which is great news. I'm just about done planting, and then we'll go over to my vendors, and we'll talk through some of that stuff. And I'm just finished that one. Let's finish this up with pumpkins, and then we'll be able to move forward. And I'll show you another tip, especially for newbies. Initially, like I said, you're going to go ahead and want to do just the planting of produce as you get the seeds and as you're leveling up. You level up, you get additional seeds that you can go ahead and plant, and then eventually you get the 4x4 ones that I'm showing you right now that I'm doing. So let's go ahead and sell my watermelons and my pumpkins, and we'll go ahead and have some additional coin. You can see I got a total of 7,000 from that, which is great. I'm holding on to the roots. I'll use those for yeast, and then we'll go ahead and click on sell, and we'll move over here. So another tip that I would do, and this is probably maybe day 3, day 4, day 5, is I would take seeds. They're the level 1 and the level 2 seeds. You can go ahead and get here from the vendor. Specifically, I would probably take potatoes, maybe cucumbers, and then eventually I would do radishes. Those are the 3 that I like early game. If you take them over to your cook after you've created the stand for your cook, mine just happens to be over here, you can actually do a process where you can process them and actually combine them. And that actually, it does a couple things. It gives you more results, more XP, and then it takes less time to go ahead and plant those. Instead of doing 1x1 blocks, it does a 2x2 block, which essentially cuts your time in what, a fourth of what it would take to go ahead and grab everything. So you can go ahead and see here that right now, my main produce that I'm producing from a kitchen perspective is the roasted radishes. They are relatively cheap. Prior to that, I was doing the potatoes. Like early game food, I would probably go ahead and do potatoes. Those worked out well until I was able to do the tier 2 radishes, which I'm on right now, the roasted radishes. They're easy to produce. All you need is salt and radishes. You can go ahead and combine seeds to get the bigger packs of radishes. So it actually works out really well with early game. Down the road, I'll do other ones, but that's what I'm doing for right now. Grab my last radishes and we'll go ahead. You can see I need to upgrade here. I'm level 4 with this one. I can't actually, I'm sorry, level 3 going to level 4. I can't actually add any more experience until I go through the upgrade process, which this is one that I'm going to have to go ahead and get the resources for. I actually think I have some of the resources. Let's run over. Let's run over and check it out. What do I have stashed away in my bin? We have some of the wood, so I can go ahead and craft that. I forget what makes the blocks. So we'll go up here to my stonemason, grab all that because that's all going to be turned into salt. And I don't think I have you to the point yet where I can go ahead and get, there it is. There it is. So I need these guys. So I need to go ahead and make more of these blocks, and I need this material, which is clay. You think I would know that by now. So let's go over here and grab the clay that I have. I have plenty of clay. I have some blocks here. So we'll go ahead. I need 10 of those. So let me grab some extra stone in case I need to make more of those. So let's go ahead and quickly craft that. And then I'll craft the wood and we'll go through the upgrade process for the kitchen. So we'll go here and I need 10. And I can make 10. Perfect. So you go ahead and process that. I have the blocks. We'll go down here to the wood or the lumber mill, and we'll go ahead and craft the planks that I need, which are tier 2. Also need 10 of those. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. There we go. Craft those, and we can go ahead and upgrade the kitchen. Every time you get to a milestone, and I'll show you the milestone here. If you go ahead and look here, you see the level 4, level 7. Every time you get to those milestones, you have to upgrade the vendor, which is going to cost a little bit extra. So it's good to progress all of your vendors and all your stations at the same time because they do work together quite a bit. So now that we have the resources, let's go up and click that to 10, click this to 10, and upgrade this baby. So we'll have a better kitchen now. Ooh, got a big one there. And now you can see I am level 4. I actually have a second slot now that I can go ahead and cook with. So things are happy now. It actually increases the energy also that this cook has. So those are the main things I want to do in this video. I'm going to continue to go through and gather my mining materials because I want to go ahead and get to the point where I am able to upgrade or basically finish building out the well. So we'll go ahead and work through that. And next video, we'll have the well in place and we'll be working on the mill. Plus maybe I'll be able to upgrade a few more of those stations and progress through. Let me know in the comments down below, where are you at in the game? How are you progressing? Are you new? Have you been around a while? Do you have any tips for anyone that's watching the video? Go ahead and put them in the comments. Or if you want to keep your name out of it, go ahead and DM me. I'll be happy to bring them up in a video, give you credit if you want it, or if you don't, I won't tell them who said it. But I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.